Riku! Axel! Vincent! Sir Venom!
The cavalry has arrived. The Waterdavian army you recruited has arrived on foot and wing and is camped on the other side of the Goblet army, currently besieging the town of Yartar. You've held the line on all fronts and types of battles, even defeating the leader known to the goblins as the Futhro Din. The cost of these skirmishes and battles, however, has been harrowing and defeating in its own right. Axel, you are only alive due to the intervention of an avatar of the god of Lathander, a creature known as the Morning Lord. Your friend Irina lies dead from the hellfire of the Futhro Din, and the Water Baron and Prestige Sword Coast have either all fled or died defending the town. You find yourselves with a moment of respite, however, as you have reconvened at the former headquarters of Prestige Sword Coast. The no longer existing mercenary company is mostly empty. Victor Trahan and Erwin Silverveins having fled, the deaths of so many. But you find yourselves in the company of the Morning Lord Glenn the Wyvern Master and a familiar face in the form of Hansel, Riku's brother. And Hansel has informed you that the troops are ready for whatever happens next. But your desire to speak with the Goblin Commander appears to be a sound course of action. The requested parley has been answered by the Goblin forces, and is scheduled an hour before noon on the charnel ground outside Yartar's destroyed shield gate. Before attempting to parley with the Goblin leader, you have some time to chat, gather yourselves, and ensure that you've taken that short rest if you've not yet done so. What would you currently like to do?
We need to huddle up.
Yeah, when I assume Hansel came in all fancy with his griffin and like landed.
Oh yeah, very much so.
And like when Riku saw me, like came up and hugged him, just like brother, just like embraced him. He's like, "I'm glad you're here." It's
Sir
like,
Venom would he'd
I'm
like
sure you're in the
go
thickest.
join that hug, make it a group hug thing. Like, oh god, we're so happy to see you. We were so fucked.
Hansel embraces you, Riku, normally, and as you join in, Sir Venom, he goes, "What?" Sort of like looks at you surprised. He doesn't necessarily stop it or anything. He's just surprised.
I think things were getting dicey out here, buddy. We
Well,
managed to take out their commander, though. They're the big bad.
really, that's interesting to say the least.
For now, we suspect his return is imminent.
Yeah. What are we gonna do about this book?
Whoa!
Are you holding the book?
No, it's
Axel?
in a. It's in the. Where we have it? We have it in the hole. It's in the hole.
The hole.
It's in the hole, and it's it's in the chest, and it's in a pillowcase because we didn't want to touch
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Just didn't know you were gonna talk about it in front of Hansel.
Axel's done after seeing what that book is up to, like with that guy, and the fact that guy killed Axel. Like Axel's fucking done with this book. What are we doing? We gotta kill it.
Hansel's sort of like, what book is this? Is this the one I saw on the island?
It could be.
I think so.
Riku's gonna look to Hansel and say,
Baby.
"Brother, we need to talk about a many great thing." Riku kind of like looks to the boys, and then like looks to the Morning Lord, and then like points at him. He's like, he's from the realm where this book we're talking about came from.
Wait, the Morning Lord's still around? I thought.
Oh,
he died.
Yeah, he exploded. Yeah.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Well, I mean, you can stick around. He was a
Nope.
good buddy.
Well, that was just the
Nope.
avatar. So if that's the avatar of the god, then the god's still alive. That's just like, or
Yeah.
yeah.
And you would all know that an avatar of a god is simultaneously messenger, emissary on a material plane, typically sent to help or give messages or warnings. So, doesn't necessarily mean the god's powers is waning in any way on this plane of existence.
Very well. Anywho, brother, book bad. First off, let's start there. And we got it from the place where we were all sent to, like when we all met, like where this all began. And
What did you call
the
that again? Barovia?
yes, and then the leader of this legion of goblins here, um, you know, what is it called? They're not like a warlock. What is the word I'm looking for? Not a
You wrote
necromancer.
in the
A
lich.
lich?
Lich. There it is. This guy's a lich, we suspect. And we happen to have the object that is key in his demise. But the thing about liches is that it's the way to do them in is unique for each one. And we have yet to discover uh, the key or the secret to finishing the job, shall we say. So this foot row din will be back, and no doubt just as potent as before. And without the help of our friend the Morning Lord there, we probably wouldn't have won that battle. So
Council's sort of looking at you, thunderstruck.
we're on a
He
we're
is
on a bit of a time crunch here, Hansel. And I know we may have had our differences in the past, but we need to put any sort of differences we may have had aside. And not just us, but the kingdom here needs to unite as a whole, or we are fucked. And we're gonna need that fancy looking glass thing that you and the Paladin boys were controlling. That's ours now, and you're gonna be in charge of them now. How's that sound? Rikuba puts his hand on his shoulder.
roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
He sort of looks at you, and then you can see that there's actually roll an insight check as well.
18.
You see many things cross his face as you're relaying all this information to him. You see shock, fear, hopelessness, maybe even sort of cross his face at the mention that it's a lich leading these goblin forces and causing this level of destruction, and that he's supposedly going to come back. Confusion at the words that you have this book in your possession, and curiosity as he casts his eyes across all of you once again, and then slowly admiration. You can see pride as he looks at you, and you can see resolve at the end of your conversation of what you say to him, in particular that you think he should lead the now no longer alive Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
He doesn't give you a salute, but he does grab your shoulder and says, "Brother, I'll do my best. I always have. And if you think I should do such a thing in all your power and glory, I'd be happy to help in any way I can."
I couldn't think of anyone better suited, Riku says.
He sort of nods. It does me well to hear such a thing. But enough of that. You spoke of this leader of the goblins. Now that he's dead, you think they'll surrender? Is that why you want to parley?
Well, we're going to at least try. Riku looks at the group sharply and then looks towards Glenn and says, my friend here tells me that this guy and he go way back, and I'm hoping, one favor for another, right? Riku kind of looks to Axel to take over here.
Yeah. Glenn just wants this all to be over so we can go off into the woods and hang out with his wyverns.
Glenn,
He's going to help negotiate the surrender of the goblins with Riku.
He's a commander, is he not, right?
What is your rank amongst this horde of heathens, Glenn?
his rank is actually Wyvern Master. It's a little bit of an odd rank. It's not necessarily a commanding officer rank, but it is one of great respect, sort of in the way that you might expect, like a mystic,
Like a pilot or something?
Not really like a pilot. More than that. More than just, I mean, he's the pilot, right? But he's the one who taught everyone else how to be a pilot. He's almost like similar to what you would expect like a mystic to be, somebody who doesn't individually control troops or command them, but who commands their respect for his knowledge and abilities and the things that he provides for them.
Yeah. So if the Waterdeep army is going to fight the goblins some more, the wyverns are going to be the biggest problem. And if we got the guy who's like the master of them to make them stand down, then it's going to be a slaughter. And yeah. But
We'd
then
like to prevent losses on both sides.
yeah, but and then also, so as long as, because I feel like it would be a dick move to just like kill them all. Like we could fight if we don't want to lose people on our side. So if we can avoid the fight, we can. That would be preferable to fighting. If they want to fight, you guys can just mop them. But yeah, we can get them to surrender. But then there's this thing of what they surrender. So if Riku, with Glenn's help, can get them to just drop their weapons and surrender, that's a start. I'm not sure where we go from there, but yeah. We will probably need them to help rebuild it, 'cause this town's kind of fucked.
Okay, well, I think we need to backpedal a little bit.
All right.
I think these guys have been under the heel of this Futuro Den for how long? It seems like all they respect is power.
Yeah.
We just killed their symbol of power. Now
Flynn?
we have the power.
He's not full. We don't know if he's fully dead though.
Well, they don't need to know
He's
that.
definitely not dead.
But
Killing
they don't need to
Glenn
know
chimes
that.
Glenn chimes in and he goes,
Yeah.
he sort of interjects and he goes, honestly, it's only been the last 6 months to a year that things have gone in this way. Typically the goblins and living amongst them, nearby them, they were not a peaceful people. I mean, they were still goblins, everything. And he sort of looks awkward at this. Frankly, everything we thought about goblins while living in Waterdeep, most of those things were true, actually. He sort of looks embarrassed, like some of those stereotypes were dead on. I never thought that Volo's works were actually accurate.
Yeah.
But as he says that, he also goes, but they're also far more typical people than you would expect. They found me and they helped me and healed me. They didn't eat me and kill me. But it's really only the last 6 months to a year, I would say, that and you sort of see him reminiscing for a moment. Well, yeah, frankly, it was when Drib Gorehorn really made a challenge for the chieftain of his tribe, which was like I would say several hills over from where I was living at that point in time. The things changed. He showed up, one eye menacing, one eye scoured out, a horn on his hand in lieu of an amputated stump. He was a scary goblin, frankly, and a lot of the others sort of fell in line behind him. And it was only at that time, after several tribes had sort of coalesced around him, that it became apparent that this Futuro Din figure was always with him, some sort of wizard.
Well, so I hear that number, 6 months to a year, and yeah, anything happened 6 months ago, fellas?
Comment.
We Probably Barovia or
So we did our time jump.
Yeah. That's so you were in Rishem for roughly 6 months of Faerun time.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we got put in the book. Came out, or the dimension rather.
Something. And that book was changing Rictavio. Or Rudolph Van Richten, whichever one's his actual name and which one's his pet name from Riku's grandmother.
Yep.
Yeah. So, forget what we were talking about.
The goblins. What to do with them?
Yeah. So this town's fucked. I feel like we should make them in a very non-slave-like manner help rebuild. So yeah, that's another thing here, Hansel, is this town's kind of fucked and we need someone to rebuild it. And it would have been Irina, but she's kind
How
of
about
cooked. She's
this?
cooked.
Can we see a map of the town, please?
Yeah. Let me swap over to this.
So this is essentially live too, which is nice.
Yes, and to be clear, the forces here, I'm gonna just make like a big thing here to represent the size of the forces. There's a lot of them. So if you look at the orange squares there, those are roughly the comparable size of the Waterdavian military forces that you have. The square in the river is for the 3 ships. It's roughly accurate. Your squares in town have actually been somewhat diminished, I would say. You know, they're substantially smaller at this point due to losing so many men. But you control all portions of the town, and you have killed at least one of the Wyvern. You have killed at least one of the Wyvern troops, right? Along with reducing. I would say you've reduced their forces a little bit here and there, right? But yeah, you're right. It is live / accurate.
Okay. So, and to be clear too, all this right here, this is all like destroyed.
Yeah, it's not necessarily on fire, but I can just put some fire on it just to recognize that it's bad.
So, what I was gonna propose, what do you think they would think about if like they could be allowed to stay here, you know, for the time being while they repair, like help the humans repair like the outskirts of the city.
I thought of
But they wouldn't be allowed inside the city.
Yeah, I don't know how much the humans would like that. These people,
Well,
they just like fucked up their town, and then it's just like, hey, we're gonna live together, or like, yeah,
well, we're gonna keep some of the army here to help oversee stuff, right?
As you're saying this, Glenn sort of interjects. Do we even know how much of the town is left? Like people? How many people are left here in town?
No, we can do a head count. Why, you think everyone fled?
No, I don't know how many folks have died.
True. Well,
yeah. I think, yeah, 2 options. Either one is keep them around here as like prisoner-ish / workers, and then like try to integrate them into society, or just let them leave.
yeah.
Keeping
That's
them
what
here would take an awful lot of manpower for like
that's
guards
what I'm
and stuff.
that's what I'm saying. If we had to do that, it would cost a lot of our army to keep them under wraps.
Plus
Otherwise,
all
they
the
just take over.
resources
Otherwise,
of,
they just
like,
take over the town.
feeding-
You know?
all the resources of like feeding them and stuff.
No, we will not feed them.
Yeah.
They're on their own for that.
If I had to
Yeah.
choose, I'd go with
The army, though, we have to feed the army. Is that what you're talking about?
Why
our
not? Like if we kept the goblins,
yeah, the goblins.
we'd have to like guard them and we have to feed them and like find place to keep them. I say we just get them to like fuck off back.
I mean, they
into
have their own.
town,
They have their own
whatever.
dwellings. They're like a mobile army. You know?
Do we want to keep the enemy army
I-
like
my-
all equipped with their army stuff?
If I had to choose between the two, I would say tell them they can if they drop
Well,
if they drop their shit, they can leave.
we're considering pressing them to help rebuild the town.
That's why that was my first thought, but then when you think about it, it's like
It's a lot of logistics.
yeah, and
Hansel pipes up and he goes, I don't think the Waterdavian military will be able to stay any longer than it takes to resolve this issue here. They're not
How
an
about
occupying
this?
force.
How about this? Yeah, they must. We'll give them one option: to surrender their weapons, leave peacefully, or die.
I think
about
that's
that?
I think that's the way to go.
or die. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Go with it.
you know, we have to make it clear what happens when you fuck with human towns.
I just like the or die.
And I think we should also we should let them know that if they're ever caught, messing with humans again, that it will be their life. And I think they should bear some sort of mark.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't. Let's not go starting race wars.
Yeah, that would take a long time to individually brand each one of those goblins.
I think he's talking
I
about
didn't
like
say
the next. I
brands.
think he's talking about like the next time. And yeah, you were talking about Brad. You just explained what branding is. Just
Yeah, that was like
Wait,
the
wait,
definition
you-
of branding. They should
I
bear a
meant
mark.
mark as a general term. Like they could get like a
Okay.
like there's a magical tattoo or something. I don't know. There's like D&D ways to do this. Is what I was saying.
Yeah, like a magical brand.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
They.
War crimes, baby. We
Yeah.
got ourselves a
Well,
D&D party.
That's also the thing is like, it's weird
Well-
because it's like I don't either in character or out of character. I don't know the politics to all this. Like,
I don't like the idea of this either, but I want to deter them from doing it again. Is all.
yeah, because in my head it would
That's
be
my
cool.
only. It's because like killing them is like that's worse. Right?
Like in my head it would be cool if we were like trying to do this Sword Coast Kingdom thing, and we included the goblins and all these weird creatures in our army, but then at the same
Yeah.
time it's like
Then say that as Axel. It sounds like that if that's your goal as Axel, say that
Yeah.
as Axel. That's
yeah,
what
I
would
mean
say.
that
I
yeah,
also
it would
am
be
down for
cool.
that. But what if you like find out later in the in the story that like we befriend a goblin? We're like, hey, let me see your wrist real quick, and he's got a mark from fucking Yartar. We're like, dude, he was there. Like what if that's why I'm trying to do something like this? Okay.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like we'll make all of them like sew like a yellow star into their clothing, or like a scarlet letter,
No,
or something like that.
that's too close to home.
Just as an aside, Riku, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check,
Okay.
and I will give you something for this.
Okay. I rolled a
Hey.
19 that equals 22.
That's awesome. Because you know that there are plenty of spells like Zone of Truth, Mind Reading. There are
Yeah.
ways to know whether or not a goblin was at the Battle of Yartar. You don't need physical evidence when you have magic.
Okay.
You don't gotta cross a line, Riku, that you can't uncross.
Fine. Yeah, I
Uh,
guess technically Riku's witty enough to have known that, but me, the player, not so much.
Yeah. And about
right.
because Hansel said the thing about what the army's able to do. I would say to him that you can't just look at it as Waterdeep's army. It's like the whole Sword Coast because it's not just going to be Waterdeep from now on. It's we're changing things there, Hansel. So you got to get with the program.
He kind of looks taken aback, and he goes, "Were you talking to the Order about this before telling me this now?"
No, fuck
You
the
were.
order.
But he looks confused. He goes, "But that's what they wanted."
Yep. But it was our idea as well. We're just gonna do it better. Now that you're in charge, right? Riku slaps him on the back.
Again, he gives you a smile. I kind of like the idea of this.
Yep. And so how about this? We're gonna take their weapons, at the very least, and we'll let them keep their shields, but we're gonna mark their shields. Like Riku needs them. Like we need to show this in some
Hey.
way. All right.
You got it. You're in charge here, Riku.
All right. Someone just like carve like an X into their shield or something. I don't know.
Okay. And Hansel says, "Well, would you like me to send a messenger for the parlay so we can get this started?"
Yes, and be clear that they either follow these terms or we end this now by ending them.
Understood. I
And
mean,
then
there's
and
only so
tell
much
the
I can
armies
do.
to start
I don't-
surrounding them
I don't-
and gathering them into one spot, basically.
I don't think Riku knows what a parlay is.
No, I know it means it's peaceful negotiations. But
Okay.
just making sure they're not going to fuck around.
When our leader meets one of their leaders and they discuss like
Yes.
what's going on. All right. It's not you sent message of threats.
No, I was telling our army what to do.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
we
and
gotta
Hansel,
figure out what type of brand we're gonna give them.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be like a hot poker, like right to their forehead type brand?
Oh,
Hansel speaks up and he's sort of like, "Well, on that note, I'm going to go back to the encampments and ensure that everything is a-okay. I think you lot are going to speak for us. Frankly, you know the situation here better on the ground, and frankly, it also looks like you are the only commanders this town has left, and therefore you should be the ones to do the speaking for them.
yeah.
So, I will return to my base, my camp, and hopefully, we need not unleash the barrels of fire across these creatures. But nonetheless, we will,
Yes.
and we will win if that is what is required."
You see Riku hold up the hand phone and said, "I'll call you if things go bad."
Sounds good. Brother, friends, Sir Venom. He sort of gives you a funny look as he says that. He hops back on his griffin, and we're off. Glenn watches him fly away. He's very attuned to that creature. Fine flyer. And a good man by the looks of it.
Well, my father doesn't raise pussies. Riku smiles.
Yeah, Glenn sort of laughs. That's one way to put it. Understood. Are you guys good for... Should I switch over to the parlay? Should I go back to the Prestige Sword Coast?
Quick
Riku wants a
question
little
while we're here.
clarification of what exactly he's parlaying. Their surrender, that's it?
So
You're-
you have requested a parlay with the commanders of the Goblin Army. What you discussed during that time is not yet decided upon, actually. So it's
Okay.
whatever you come to the meeting with your own agenda. They're going to come to the meeting with their own agenda. You guys might have to, you might meet in the middle.
Okay.
So
I just want to
Our
with the group real quickly. Hey boys, so where's the line? And give me what's a code word to let me know, when things might pop off. What's the
Okay.
code word?
well our
Yeah,
priority
we'll be telepathically bonded, so we won't we don't necessarily need a code word.
Perfect. All right, never mind then. Let's do that.
our priority
We'll be able to stop you from doing anything too crazy or stupid. Hopefully.
yeah. Our priority is for them to leave without anybody dying. So that's just make that happen, basically.
How about this? I'll start the conversation with that and see where it goes.
Yeah, but we do feel like we've won the battle. So we would they do have to pay, whether it be their weapons that we could, melt down
Type
for the
of
metals or
restitution.
yeah. I think
I'm sure they've
suing
got
for
like a
peace
stash
is
of stash of gold or magical
this?
doohickeys or something that we could.
We take in here for every human life lost. Let's get a count of our dead first.
God damn, Riku.
if that's hey, Axel's legit just gonna let Riku fly with this. If he does, that's what you want to do, go for it. But that's fucking
I'm
weird.
saying we let's start because what I'm saying is when you negotiate, you have a ceiling and then you have a bottom, right? That could be the ceiling, all right? And if they say no, we won't have it.
Nah, that's starting off too hot. If that's what you're
Yeah,
starting
start
with.
off be like,
That's
if you
the
don't
point,
do what
'cause-
we say, we're gonna cut up all your children and make a
No,
stew
no.
out of them.
If you want to
Feed
do
them.
good cop, bad cop, Axel can be the bad cop, and you can be the good cop. That's
Can Riku be the good cop though?
he better, or else
Uh.
he's like never negotiating anything
Listen.
ever. He's the charisma guy who will never do any charisma checks ever again if he fucks goes rogue and starts being like surrender or lose 10 fingers.
I feel like we're gonna get to the parlay and Riku's gonna like walk up to the chieftain, like take his dick out and slap him in the face with it.
Hey, this is
Hey.
why I was getting this out of the way now.
If
Like
it
that's why
ends-
I was trying to get a vibe check. All right, I've seen what the group is trying to accomplish here, and I'm glad we had this talk. I'll go
Vincent, do
easy.
you?
All right.
Vincent, do you have any take on any of this?
I mean, all sounds like it's going in the direction Vincent's okay with what's going on.
Okay, good enough for me.
Perfect.
And I had a quick question about a spell.
Yeah.
The resurrection spell, the 7th level one.
Yep.
It says that like you touch a dead body and it like regrows any missing body parts or whatever. Do I know like the minimum amount of body I would need to cast that?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me look at something.
Who are you trying to heal?
Well, Irina's dead, but instead of like
Yeah.
lugging her dead body around, maybe like, cut a lock of hair or something. That's like not
I
gonna
don't know if it'll work like that.
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
not gonna like
that's-
rot and stink.
It says you touch a dead creature. And so I'm just going to lob it out there that there has to be like a majority of the creature right there. Like you can't touch a lock of hair and bring the creature back. That feels more like the 9th level version than anything,
Okay.
which is like true resurrection, I think.
That's a real thing. I thought you didn't. Okay, so you actually need like a physical part of the creature to do that.
Yeah, it says you touch a dead creature.
Okay.
Well,
that's
if the
interesting.
soul is free and willing, the target returns to life with all of its hit points. The spell neutralizes any poisons and cures normal diseases afflicting it when it died. It doesn't, however, remove magical diseases, curses, and the like. Spell closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts. So yeah, I would say if they're like missing, like say they're missing like most of an arm, restore the arm.
But if they're missing like their entire body.
I would say that you would be able to. So let's say you find a decapitated body and you used resurrection on it, it would restore the head. I'll give you that even.
Okay, but we still need to. I would need to like take her body with us. I can't just like take a finger or a piece of hair or something.
Correct.
Okay. That's all I wanted. I guess we'll have to. Oh, bring her body with us until I can long rest.
Yeah, throw it in the hole.
You put the body into the hole.
Hey, find a rug to roll her up
Yeah,
in.
like we don't just fucking throw her in.
Okay. You take one of the rugs here within Prestige Sword Coast, of which there are many. Some of them are more fine, less fine than others. You find a suitable one. It's not the best of rugs, frankly, but it'll do in a pinch. Roll her up. Riku, you cast Prestidigitation. The magical tiny chest pops open. You lift its little lid, and out comes the portable hole, which you lay down across the ground in front of you. As you do so, it opens up. You can lob the rug in. Anything else you'd like to do at this time with it, or leave it be?
I vote we leave it be for now.
All
Asking
right.
about the book. We leave it be.
Yeah, let's not fuck with the book right now.
Gotcha.
I still say we take that and give it to the Raven Queen and kind of make it her problem. Let a god handle that shit.
Okay. But if there's nothing else to be done at this moment in time, do you want me to pass over to the parlay?
Yeah, I just want to make sure, Riku, did you want to do good cop, bad cop, or do you just want to do the whole thing yourself?
Anyone feel free to interject.
All right, but if you hear me saying fucked up shit, that's because I'm the bad guy. So you have to be like, oh, wait, hold up, Axel. Let's not go there yet. You get what I'm saying, right? You've seen cop shows.
We can do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I
'Cause I-
will. Oh,
Because
sorry,
you're
go
an
ahead.
intimidating, mean-looking motherfucker. So
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, you got a flaming eyeball.
So you'll be like going at him. I'll like, hold you by the chest and be like, hey, relax.
hold me back. Hold me back.
I know we've lost many men.
Yeah, they
and
fucking
women.
killed. They killed me.
They killed Irina.
Stop. All right.
Let me give you a description of this meeting. You pass through the western side of Yartar, leaving Prestige Sword Coast, walking through the town of Yartar across the dawn. And in the daylight, you can see just the utter destruction that has been wrought on this town. Just at an estimation, I want to say roughly 50% of buildings have been destroyed. Could be a little more, could be a little less, but you feel like half the town has been hit by some sort of siege engine, fire, something else. You see the remnants of zombies in the streets, killed by Watch overtaken by zombies. You see homes that had people hanging out of windows, crushed in the destruction of the siege. You hear children and people weeping behind closed doors and windows. This town is a shell of what it most likely had been beforehand. You see watch and guardsmen sort of wearily sitting on water barrels, just crates, anything that they can find a place to rest on. Some sleeping soundly, others blankly looking off into nothing. These folk are probably haunted by what they've been through. As you pass through the shield gate, you see the hellfire scorch marks across the earth, the smoldering ruins of what was once a strong and mighty tower and gate into the city, turned to ash and rubble. The bodies of both Goblin and Watch alike stick out at odd angles from the stones. The heat and fire still radiating from everything as you walk through. You even have to sort of shield it with your arm or your shields, your cloaks, as you pass by certain sections of the shield gate and onto the road that used to lead to the town of Tribor. As you continue along this road, you come to the appointed meeting place about a quarter of a mile beyond the shield gate in an area where there had been previous battles and forays by the Watch against some of the goblin forces, where you see what appears to be a rather large-looking goblin, roughly the size of a dwarf, you would say, standing, staff in hand, one-eyed, one gouged-out eye, one hand, the other hand having an enormous horn grafted upon the skin and flesh. Behind him is his entourage, what appears to be an undead humanoid carrying a staff with an icy-looking hand. An enormous ogre, large club with metal, and in fact, it looks like it's the metal of weapons, swords, daggers, sticking out of it in an inverse way. You suspect that this is an extremely fearsome-looking ogre, as well as two warg riders. The goblin smirks upon seeing you all, steps forward a few feet, accompanied by each of his entourage, and he calls out, "I'm Drib Gohan. Who speaks for you?"
'Tis I, Riku of the Roosters. And also, he gestures, Axel,
What have you to
also
say?
of the Roosters. Well, isn't it obvious, Mr. Drib, sir? This fight is over. We've won.
He starts to laugh as you say this. You have not won. And we do not yield unless this is your surrender you come to chat about.
Foot Rodin is gone.
The maimed lord, the undying one, is not gone. Whatever defeat you inflicted upon him means nothing. The plan will not change.
You will continue to attack Yartar?
Until my dying breath.
And why is that?
Roll a persuasion check as you ask him this question. Okay, 35 for a perfect roll from Riku.
Nice.
He looks at you and laughs. And he says, because there is only one resolution here. More death. That is the Futural Din's plan. That is what will happen. Death. That is the only thing that matters here. And you see, make an insight check. Anyone can make this insight check. Riku, Axel, Vincent. Okay. You guys can see that the ogre and the warg riders seem very uncomfortable at this, and they seem to be casting shifty glances at each other.
This is a waste of time, Riku. Let's just kill them all.
Well, appreciate your time, Drib.
What-
Well, boys, here we
What-
go.
what- no, God damn it! Guy just not know how to do good cop, bad cop.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry, Mr. Drib. What I meant to say is surrender or die. Kindly.
Yeah.
Riku grabs his sword.
There is another. I might have a solution here, Riku.
Yes.
Perhaps. I mean, they look like a feisty bunch. Perhaps if they were to put forward a warrior, and we put forward a warrior of our own, then the winner of such said duel, if our fighter won, they leave. If
That'd be too kind.
and
I
if,
mean,
He sort of
I don't
looks
know
at you as you're saying this, and he
Hey,
turns around to the undead creature behind him, and the undead creature behind him will actually, let's see, he
Rick-
will
Riku's
cast
like
Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll initiative.
damn, okay, they have chosen death.
He's trying to get the jump on you.
I was gonna let him know that we have them surrounded. If they care to save any of their
Nah,
troops.
fuck,
but
this is only going one way, Riku. They ain't having none of this.
All
They
right.
know. They can feel it in their
None of this
bones.
diplomacy mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
It's time for murder.
Meanwhile,
we have
Glenn's
Sir
back
Venom
there
as well?
not doing his job.
Or sorry,
Oh.
yeah, Sir Venom. Hey, there we go. Okay. Sir Venom, you get to go first. What would you like to do?
Let's see.
back to fight music.
I feel like I should save my big spell slot.
You have big spell slots? What?
I have one 5th level left that I was saving for a teleportation circle in case we had to like
Definitely, yeah.
get out of dodge quick.
Hold on to that. All I have is first and second.
Yeah, all I have besides that is first. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at that weird demonic looking guy.
Okay.
With a 23.
Okay. 23. That is a hit.
Sweet. So 14 radiant damage.
All right, 14 radiant damage.
And
That
also,
hurts him.
if he's undead, anyone within 30 feet of me has protection of good versus evil.
He is undead, and what does that give everyone?
It means he rolls at disadvantage against us.
Disadvantage against you. Okay.
How many feet?
30 feet.
30.
So yeah, that's all 5 of you. Glenn is actually sort of not prepared for this fight, so he's gonna be sort of like standing back, like, oh, wasn't expecting this. And are you gonna end your turn there, Sir Venom?
I'll use my movement to get up there.
Okay.
This
Can
way, Axel can run in and still get the
Yeah. So I
the
was thinking.
protection.
It will be Drib Gorhorn's turn. He will yell, Undying Lord, give me your power. And he will open a extraplanar rift within 60 feet. The rift is a scream-filled 20-foot cube. And actually, I'll leave it black. That's pretty cool. So there's a cube there, 20 feet. Each creature in the area must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom.
Axel's favorite.
Let me show you what I rolled for this. All right, so we've got 2 fails and a success.
I'm thinking, do I want session inspiration?
Well, I rolled like absolute dog shit, so it's only going to be 3 points of damage at a maximum.
So, okay.
Vincent, you only take 1 point of damage.
I'll take that.
But if you failed, you are frightened of Drib Gorhorn.
Oh, of course.
So,
Did we ever
do we still have
rest for hell?
yes.
What?
You took short rests, yes.
Okay.
Of course, I'm
So
scared.
is session inspiration still on the table?
Yes. So you're only frightened until the start of the Warlock's next turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't want. I'm afraid that kind of like.
It nerfs you pretty hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I gotta. Okay, kind of wasted a crit there, but
Okay.
yeah.
No such
so-
thing as a wasted crit.
Well, I'd rather do the damage, but I can't do the damage if I'm afraid. So.
For the most part, you shrug off the voices. You're able to power through it. Riku, you are afraid of him, technically. I don't know if you want to do anything about it, but...
No, it's fine.
Okay, so he will do that, and then he will also cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay.
So that was his 2 things this round. Axel, what would you like to do?
Well, so the this was the guy that's already taken damage. This guy down here.
Yes.
All right, so that's when we'll continue doing damage on him.
Pick
And then-
Rico up and take me with you.
What? Can I do that?
I just
You
thought
can.
of it.
You can.
I just thought of this. Holy shit.
Okay. How would that affect my movement though?
Your movement will be halved, I would say, to carry him.
And then what square? Like, say I did that. So this is 25. I got 50 feet. So I mean it's 25. So I could get to here, but then where would
let's
that?
say like the lords, you go to run by Rico just says, "Take me with you. I'm so scared. Don't leave me
Okay.
alone."
You can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So
Oh, yeah,
you're
so
being
you-
forced
yeah.
to move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you're-
see.
that's fine.
Doesn't put
Riku
out
sees
hands.
Axel being a pussy, and it's like, face your fears, you little bitch.
Okay.
And
Can't help. Can't. You're so overpowering me.
This is like the third fight in a row where Riku's been afraid. So, so yeah, 25 feet. If I can get there with 25 feet, so I figure I could put him like next to me right there, so he could.
Sure.
Yeah. So I can at least attack this guy who now his AC is a little bit,
A little bit higher.
But that's all right. So my bonus action, I'm going to rage because that's, you know, the thing I do. And then we're gonna take some attacks on this guy with my axe, recklessly and great weapon mastering because reasons. I think that'll hit with a 27.
Yes, that's a hit.
Okay. Rolling a 1 for damage. We're off to a hot start. So 13.
Okay.
And he didn't see this coming. So it's sneak attack.
Oh, you had advantage on it, so sure.
Yeah. It's reckless. 18, so 31 for the first attack, and then we'll do another one. Same as the first.
Okay.
Great weapon mastering. Crit, another crit. Critical.
Oh. Brought you to Vegas.
For 19.
All right.
So
Pretty good amount of damage. It looks like 50 points of damage across
Yeah.
those two attacks.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be 29 because you great weapon mastered it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Did I fuck that up for the first attack too?
I think you did. Give me a moment. I'll tell you.
So just add 20. I was like, I did think that number seemed a little low. I was like, 50 damage. I usually do like 70 to 90.
I think it was like 63 points of damage.
All right. That's good. Yeah, because I did roll a 1. I rolled a 1 for the damage on the first one.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah. And I'm ending my turn here.
Okay. It will be the Deathlock's turn. He will. Gosh, what does he want to do? He will use hold person on. He will use hold person on Axel. So I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Another one.
Yep.
What did I roll?
That is a save.
18. Okay.
So that is a successful save.
Wonderful.
That will be one of the two things it does this round, with the other being to move to here. The ogre chieftain, who as he gets close to you, you can now see that this creature is somewhat corrupted looking. He sort of has rot all over him in different ways. There's like a level of not melting flesh, but I want to say that something is clearly wrong with him.
He's a Roddy.
As he gets close to you, he will.
Roddy like the undead boy.
He will. Yeah, he will smash at you with his great club, Axel. And does he get advantage on this?
He doesn't. Drib would be the one that gets advantage because of the reckless attack. Yeah.
Does a 15 hit?
It does
No.
not.
Damn, how about a 9?
A 9.
Nope. Or 12, no.
Yeah, 17 is.
Let's see.
number.
Is this the rotting guy? Is he undead?
No, he is not.
Oh, he's just rotting.
I remember there was some like unique ogres at the other fight too.
He will move to here and he will end his turn. And that will be your turn, Riku.
My turn now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I swing at this man at disadvantage. I'm scared. When do I roll to get off being scared?
You don't. It actually just happens and at the next time it's Drib Gorhorn's turn.
Oh, it just
So it's
switches
just the
up.
one round.
Okay, well, that's not as bad. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out the sword and start swinging. Does a 16 land?
It does on Drib. Yes, a 16 is exactly what you needed.
And, he wouldn't happen to be undead, right?
He is not undead.
So then, first is radiant, and that's fire.
Okay.
We swing again at disadvantage. 16 does not, or 15.
Yeah, just misses.
Um, I think I did a short rest, right? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I got my Bardic's back. Hold on a sec. I didn't. Is it too late now for me to throw on one of my dice for the extra damage slash AC bonus?
No, that's totally fine. Toss it on there.
I didn't realize I had my Bardic. So, oh man,
So your AC is a 21 now.
I don't feel matter. This guy's a spellcaster here.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
That'll be it.
All right. Now is the warg's turns. They will jump up to here. Actually, I'll have it be here. And what's their movement? 50 feet. So let me just see if I can get to Vincent. There. They could actually get you because they've got a slightly longer reach. So that one will do that. Unless, does that? Oh, no, that's exactly 50 feet. So I'll do that. This one's exactly 50 feet. This one will get, let me put it in a slightly better spot, to right there. So it is flanking Riku with Drib Gorhorn. The very first attack of this warg will be against Riku. This is an elite warg. It will roll with advantage and it will get 2 attacks. 16 to hit is a miss. Your AC is a 21, I believe. Wow, a 1 and a 2. I am rolling like dog shit. Vincent, 2 attacks against you.
Dipping and dodging.
A 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. And the second attack is a 16, which looks like it'll miss. The one attack will be worth 10 points of damage, and you must succeed on a strength saving throw, please.
It's stuck in its mouth.
All good. If you had failed, you would have been prone, which would have given it automatic advantage against you. But you're good on this turn. And so therefore it is your turn, Vincent. What would you like to do?
How much damage was that?
10 points of damage.
All right. Well, I'll fire back in retaliation,
Okay, at disadvantage.
I suppose. Uh, 13.
That is a hit. That's exactly what you needed for this work.
Wow. Take it. So 23 damage.
All right.
And we'll do it again.
That'll also be going to be a hit.
That should hit. Yeah. For another 23.
Wow. All right.
And
Still
a
up.
third one.
That is a hit.
Or 26.
It is just barely alive.
That is a max roll right there.
It was.
Yeah, that is a damn good set of rolls.
And on that one, I'm gonna make it a my grasping shot.
Oh, okay. How much does that do?
It should do D2D something. Grasping shot 2d6 poison damage.
Sure, drop it on him. You got to roll better than 3 damage. 3 damage or better. Don't roll snake eyes. Ooh.
Ah.
All right, good enough. And as this warg charges in and bites at you, you smack its face away with your bow, pulling out an arrow at the same time, drawing and releasing, drawing and releasing. And on the third one, drawing and releasing into its leg. As you do so, the grasping shot causes vines to spring up around its arm. And instead of just stopping at the leg and arm, it's almost like your arcane power feels your anger and fear as this creature descended upon you and comes up around the maw and the throat and chokes the creature to death.
Aha. I just scream out in war cries.
Is there anything
Finish
else?
them off.
Anything else you'd like to do? Bonus action movement?
No, I'll just stand there.
Okay, you do get a
Might-
charge as well.
Yeah.
Sir Venom, what would you like to do? Did we lose you, Sir Venom?
Nope, I was just on mute. I think I'm gonna chase down. Oh, I got a warg right in my face, don't I?
Yes, you do.
So I am going to grab a feather from my wing and turn it into a sword, and take a slash at him with a natural 1.
All right. Anything else you can do in your turn?
Don't believe so. No. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Drib Gorehorn will
Oh, actually, where's all our allies and everything?
What do you mean?
Where's like Glenn and Hansel and like the
One's here, but
Yeah,
Did we have-
Glenn is not participating in the fight. He seems torn at the idea of attacking these individuals as his former allies, but he's not helping them either. Hansel is back with his army.
Okay, we don't have any other army backup around us.
No, it's just supposed to be like a meeting of the leaders of the two sides. So very limited number of folk on each side.
Okay, we don't need
Meeting
help.
that turned
Fuck
into a
'em up
battle.
anyways.
Yeah, they started it.
They did.
But now
Okay. Yeah, Drib Gorehorn will. He will use. Let's see. I really don't know what to do with him. Oh, okay. So at the very start of one of his turns, each creature of its choice within 10 feet, so Riku and Axel, must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Hmm.
And if you fail,
Hmm.
so Axel, you do not take any of this damage. Riku, you take 13 points of psychic damage from his whispering aura.
Ooh, psychic damage. Don't like that.
So that was the very first thing that happens on his turn. The second thing is that he will Misty Step to here, and then he will place his shouty little thing again, the Howling Void, once more, and that is going to be Let's see. So I need wisdom saving throws from you for that as well. All right, Riku, that is a fail.
Wisdom? Fuck.
And Axel, that is a fail.
Yeah.
So you'll both take, and this is psychic damage,
Yeah.
14 points of psychic damage, and you're actually now both frightened again. So it was going to drop off Riku, but it's going to stay because he used that power. And Axel, I don't know if Rage does anything for frightened. You might want to check that.
I don't think I've seen anything. I think it's
Okay.
just. I'm afraid.
That'll be his turn. Axel, what would you like to do?
Am I in range of this fella? Like, can I hit him without moving?
Yeah, you can hit the warg and you can hit the the warg and the ogre.
Yeah. I feel like the warg looks like he had like 60 something health, and I feel like I could do that in one turn. So let's just get him off the board. All right. Yeah. So I'm already raging, so I'm going to recklessly great weapon master the warg, the guy in the little animal there, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay.
You're an animal.
Oh, he's fucked. He's fucked.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get the math right this time.
37.
Yes, 37. And then I get to the sneak attack. That's gonna be. So I had to get to double the sneak attack damage, right?
You do.
Oh, it
So
finally
I
happened
Crit. Okay.
on the first roll.
It's happened before, probably. So
Oh my
29.
goodness.
37, 29.
He is nearly dead.
Okay. Well then we'll go for we'll finish him off, hopefully, maybe, with the second attack. Great Whip Master. Oh fuck, what are you? I critted him again.
Oh.
Damn.
Alright, well, I guess there isn't
Go ahead and
a-
roll damage and then describe to me how you're killing this thing.
Just
uh,
a 20 machine.
yeah.
You did an extra 24 points of damage. You did 24 points of damage you didn't need to do to kill it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Vincent kill that other one, and I was like, I think I can kill this guy. And I get him at the legs. Just chop the legs off. So it bleeds out from that. It's disgusting. Smells horrible. And then with my bonus action, since I killed that guy, that means I can use my bonus action to make an attack.
Hey.
I will use it on this ugly man to my left here with the club, some kind of nail club thing going on. Yes, and I will recklessly attack him and great weapon
Okay.
master him because stuff. 23 to hit him.
That is a hit.
Okay.
I don't see it popping up.
Oh.
Let me just reload.
Yeah. Does anybody else see it?
No, I didn't see it either.
Yeah, I don't see it when I.
Guess what?
Am I set to?
Yeah, I don't see it when I reload.
All good. I mean, I believe you. 23 to hit. Go ahead.
Do you see the damage?
Nope.
I'm going to do a little test roll here. I just rolled a d4. Can you see that?
I cannot.
I
I don't know if you guys have this on your game log. Let me show you. I'm gonna put a screenshot into
my
Discord.
rolls are for everyone can see my rolls.
The last
Maybe-
thing I see is the spiked hide damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be applied to Axel because he hit the ogre. So 4 points of piercing damage.
And I don't see that roll.
Oh, you don't see that? That's weird.
Yeah, the roll you're just
Uh-oh.
talking about. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you see one from 4 minutes ago. There's been other ones in the log since then.
Oh, I mean, no, I see a lot more than just that. That's to be
Yeah.
clear, that was just at the
Spike
top.
damage. Okay,
showing
now I
everything.
see. Wait, didn't I?
My owl bear's not working.
Okay.
Your owl bear's not working?
Fuck. So I
This
just
JWT expired.
Let me
reloaded.
Oh, dumbass.
I just reloaded my page, and those rolls I did are gone. So I don't even know where we left off.
I believe you. It was a 23 and how much damage? 14 damage, did you say?
I'll just roll
You can
damage.
re-roll.
Yeah, because I can't remember because it's not
Let's
here
just
anymore.
roll again.
All right. Damage. Here we go.
Okay.
So it was plus,
Hey, look at that.
and that's plus the rage plus the Great Weapon Master. So 26 total.
Okay.
Um,
And did you take that 4 damage?
I'll take the 4
That's
damage.
spiked?
Yeah. So
Okay.
2 damage. Cool. So I still got my bonus act. Oh no, I just used my bonus action. I got movement, but I'm not going to use it. Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Alright, I'm in.
All right, never mind. Don't worry about it, Riku.
All good.
Cool. All right, the Deathlock will, for its turn, use Hold Person on Vincent. Vincent, I need you to please roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
All right, pretty good. It does not hurt you. And for its next thing, it will use its special ability to be able to cast a second spell, and it will use Eldritch Blast, and it will hit. God, who's it going to hit? It's going to hit Vincent twice with Eldritch Blast. So 19 is a hit, and a 17 is a miss, correct?
Correct.
Okay. It will do a total of 6 points of damage to you. That would be force damage. It is the Ogre Chieftain's turn. He will use. He will use his club once at. Oh wait, you hit him, right? Did you use?
I did reckless. It depends on if Sir Venom's. Didn't Sir Venom have something up? I don't know if that's still active.
Oh yeah, undead have. If you're within 30 feet of me, any undead
Oh, okay, it's undead.
attack
He's-
with disadvantage.
So if he's not
Yes,
undead,
he's not
then yeah,
undead.
he gets advantage against Axel.
Okay, he will take that attack, and he will do a 24 to hit.
Ooh, that'll hit.
All right, he will do 21 bludgeoning damage and 6 force damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction on uncanny dodge it because ow.
So what's that bring it down to? 7?
So it'd be yeah, 28, 14,
Okay.
7.
And he will use his second attack against Sir Venom for a 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay. Bangs in against your armor. Almost got through, but not this time.
You almost scratched my armor, you bastard.
And then, is there anything else that he can do? Nope, nothing else. Okay, go ahead, Riku. What would you like to do?
All right, so I can move as long as it's not closer to him.
Correct.
Okay. I would like to move here.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Yes, it is.
I am scared, Riku says. But I'm not scared of you. Hits undead man's. So I don't think I get any sort of advantage or anything.
You do not.
Regular roll. Oh, that's pretty darn good.
Holy smokes.
But this feller is an undead.
He is.
So he's gonna get a little bit extra sauce on top. So he's gonna get one of those and one of those
It's pretty good.
together. One of those is this the first one. The 6 is radiant. The 5 is fire.
Okay.
And then I'm also gonna put the extra sauce with the bardic stuff here. Oh, wonderful! Extra 9 radiant, and now my AC is 26.
All right.
And we're gonna do attack number 2. That's looking like it hits.
Oh yeah.
The extra sauce.
He's now bloodied.
All right, so that's 6 more radiant, and then another 3 fire.
Gotcha. Pretty good turn.
Action and bonus action, and I'm not gonna. Maybe I should schmoove. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna schmoove a little bit. Am I able to do a full swing and get on this side?
So if you go to
Oh yeah, once I get further away.
once you get further away, you can't get any closer.
I don't care. I still want to be on the other guy. No, it's fine. I'll stay here then. I stay.
Okay. The wargs are dead. Vincent, what would you like to do?
So there's the one. Oh, the drib and big guy. I'll shoot at the big guy.
Okay.
Next to Axel.
That is going to be a hit.
24 damage.
24 damage. Done.
Then we'll take a follow-up shot. Ooh.
That is a miss.
Is there someone close where it's redirecting it to?
Someone here.
We have the undead.
Okay.
I'll send it over to the guy. I'll try to redirect it.
Is there a range for that?
Yeah, I believe it's like 100 and something.
Okay.
It's like pretty long.
All good.
So 17.
That is a hit.
21 damage.
Okay.
And then that was my second one, and I'll go back to the big guy. Was that 14?
14 is a miss on the big guy.
All right.
Anything else? Movement, bonus action?
Nope. That's all I got.
All right.
I'm gonna hold my ground.
That brings us to Sir Venom. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I don't really want an attack of opportunity, so I'll probably stay here. But I'll see Riku fighting the undead guy. And when I was watching him swing at him, did it seem like the radiant damage was doing anything like extra to him?
The radiant damage did not necessarily seem to do anything extra to him.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I think I'll try to hit him with a divine or a guiding bolt. Give my boy advantage on his next attack. Ooh, with a 29 to hit?
Yeah, that's a hit.
11 radiant damage, and the next attack against him has advantage. And then I'll circle around to the other side of this guy. And yell over to Axel, let's take this fucker down.
Axel nods.
All right. That brings us to Rib Gorehorn. Let me just make sure I marked that damage correctly. So that'd be. It was 11, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Drib Gorehorn is going to use his turn to reanimate both of the wargs.
No.
Yes.
Tell him to stop.
You hear him begin chanting and yelling, Futuro Din, maimed one, undying lord. Show them your power. And you see their eyes glow brightly green, and they are back to life. Or rather, they are undead versions of what they had been beforehand. But they are back
Old
and
Drib,
ready to fight.
Drib did that.
He did. Drib will, let me bring him somewhere. He will move. He moved 30 feet
Hmm.
to. You're frightened of him, right, Axel?
Maybe.
Perfect. He will move there, which means Vincent, he is now not within your line of sight.
Hmm.
Axel, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack this fella. This fella.
Okay.
And it looks like I already get advantage because Sir Venom's on the other side. So I like that. And I'm gonna Great Weapon Master him. A 22 to hit.
Yes, that is a hit.
Okay. I don't know if you could see my rolls.
Nope, you're good. Sorry.
27, and then the sneak attack. Sneak attack, pocket
27.
sand. 9, so 36. And then the second attack is still Great Weapon Mastering.
By the way, Sir Venom, you do take 6 points of damage from his spiked hide, and Axel, you're going to take 3 points of damage from his spiked hide. That 30 also hits.
Just from being near him.
You hit him with your sword, right?
No.
Oh, did you hit the warg with your sword?
What did you do, Sir Venom? I know you didn't.
Raven Queen's
So
Divine Feather?
He magically attacked the undead guy, giving me
Right.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guiding bolt.
I'm sorry. I thought that was on a different guy. The undead guy is dead, if that's the case.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay.
So let me redo some of that.
I'm gonna roll damage on this guy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
23 plus 10, so 33.
Okay, so for the second attack, Axel, you will take 4 points of damage for the spiked armor.
Okay, and
Spiked hide.
you know how much damage I did total?
It would be 6 on the first one and 4 on the second one.
I mean, like,
10?
I did damage.
Oh, how much damage you did?
69.
All right.
Okay.
Let's
Wonderful.
see.
I think that's how much HP I have right now, actually.
Okay.
I got the sex number.
Are we there was talk of us being like our minds being connected before the negotiations there. Did we do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I
All
definitely,
right.
I
Yeah, we
definitely would
were.
have done that.
Okay. Axel in his mind would ask Vincent how many charges he's got on that bow. How many charges,
I've
Vincent?
got 2.
You got
One
2?
from last session and one from this one.
Okay, so I still need 1 before you can do Super Blast. And then, yeah. I'm gonna end my turn. I think.
Okay.
Am I still, how do I end this frightened? Is this guy just got perma frightened on me? What is going on?
It's at the beginning. Actually, it's Oh fuck! Actually, I fucked up. It has worn off of both you and. If you want to do something different on your turn, Axel, I'll totally let you. We can redo the entire
Nah,
thing
I like the
because
idea
it's
of laying in. We need to. Drib is a priority, but I'll just lay into this guy. Is this guy? So you said this guy looks a little fucky at the beginning, right? This guy that I just attacked, like he's like corrupted or something.
yeah, that's right.
So it's fair to assume maybe he's already been resurrected. I don't
He
know.
is not an undead.
Okay.
Otherwise, some of those damage types would have hit him differently.
All right. All in my turn there, and it's like we got to take this Drib fella out before he keeps resurrecting people.
Okay. It will be the Ogre Chieftain's turn. He will strike twice at you, and you hit him with Reckless, I believe. So we're gonna roll with advantage.
I think I rolled advantage because Sir Venom was on the other side of him. If that isn't the case, then I would have been reckless. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that counted.
No, that counts. He
Yeah.
will then just move to here to roll advantage on you because he'll flank you.
Okay.
Um,
Alrighty then.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Sir Venom, if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
Oh, I do.
Do I do?
For a total of 20 points of damage.
20. Okay. Is this new round since the last time I dodged him?
Uh,
'Cause I think he attacked me last
yes.
round, right? And I dodged. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. So 20 is
Second attack's going to be a hit for a total of big money, 23 points damage.
Oh, technically, I didn't dodge yet, so we'll do it on that one.
Do that one. Fair enough. That will be.
I'm assuming 20, 29 is a hit on him.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Okay, he's chipping away at me.
So 19 acid damage and 7 radiant damage.
19 acid, 7 radiant. Okay. He is bloodied, and that is going to be his full turn, which brings us to Riku. What would you like to do?
Or do I take the armor damage from the attack of opportunity? Is like
Yes, you do actually. That's a
kind
good
of like
call.
reflective,
spike
or
tide.
it's like reflective damage or something.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be a total of 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
I gotta hurt you guys
Nice.
somehow.
Yeah. Now you're
Not
chipping away.
frightened.
You're chipping away at Axel.
Riku, what would you like to do?
Currently not frightened.
You are currently not frightened because he forgot to do that power again this turn. I forgot to use that power again.
Walks up to man with sword on shoulder, smiles, and now starts swinging.
Uh-oh.
24.
That's a hit.
He's not undead.
He's not. 15 is pretty good amounts of damage, however.
So 15 radiant, 5 fire, and go again. So
All right.
and might as well throw the old bardic die on top, because why the heckaroo not? Not much, but every little bit counts. So it's both action, bonus action. Let's see. Gonna stay here.
Okay.
So that should do it for me.
What did that 6 roll? It's just showing that it's like still rolling for me. Let me reload. See if it's. I feel like D&D Beyond is like wonky tonight. There we go. A 5 and a 2. Just apply those.
Yeah, 2 is for my bardic stuff, so +2 to AC.
Gotcha. Cool. Full turn.
Yep.
All right. The first warg will attack Vincent. It will attack twice with a 16 to hit is a miss, and 14. That's going to be a miss. The next warg is going to run up and flank around, and with pack tactics, they have advantage. If anybody would like to use their reaction, I think primarily Riku, I think you can do so if you'd like.
I was in range of one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, a 24 is going to be a hit. And a 14 is a miss.
20 land.
Yes, it does. Vincent, you take 11 points of damage.
Oh.
So that was 11 damage for him running away.
And it isn't undead right now.
Oh,
Why
it is.
did I
So,
take damage?
okay.
The warg sprinted up and attacked you.
Oh, okay.
And then that was 13 radiant, 2 fire.
Gotcha. Yeah, those wargs are surrounding you in particular, Vincent. But it is your turn.
Well, my options were attack at disadvantage or try to get out of here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing to take attacks of opportunity from them. It's not like they're gonna knock you out.
Just for what it's worth, I was actively trying to pin you down, so you wouldn't shoot your arrows at some of the other guys.
Yeah. These guys are the ones that have the low AC. I think no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Yeah. Let's try to backflip out of here to gain some space.
You taking the dodge action?
I think he's just moving.
I don't know.
Just
I was
moving.
just moving.
Yeah, it's just moving.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some bites. Give me a moment here. So they're gonna get it at advantage. Although the first one's gonna be a 20, so that'll hit. Let me just make sure I don't crit you. Okay, no crit. And then the second one will be that'll be a miss. So one of them will be able to bite you for a total of 8 points of damage as you move out of their range.
And I will shoot at. They're both full health at this point.
One of them is full
Or
health and one of them is not. The one that is injured is this one.
All right, I'll shoot the one that's injured first.
Okay. Oh, natural 1, that is a miss.
I'll use my bonus action to redirect.
Okay. That's a hit.
24 damage.
And that's to the other warg.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now they're both damaged. I guess it doesn't matter now. But we'll go back to the other one. The main one I wanted to shoot at. That should hit, right? Minus
Yes, it
5.
does.
For 20 damage. Then a third one.
They're both still up. A 14 hits.
Oh, I get to re-roll that. It's a
And
1.
which one are you hitting?
The one I've been shooting at. The
Okay.
one that was injured from before.
Yep.
For 24 damage.
Okay. And you do kill him.
Alright. And that should charge up my bow fully.
And the creature that had green flashing in its eyes has that sort of arcane fire go out of them and slumps over dead once more. You see Glenn being like, "Oh my god."
Let's go.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Sir Venom.
Let's see. So I'm gonna get to this guy, and if Riku's flanking, does that give me advantage?
Yes, it does.
And does that counts for like a melee spell attack roll too, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So I'm gonna swing my feather sword at him for a 27.
That is a hit.
So 17 acid and 2 radiant.
All right. Damn. Anything else you can do?
Nope. Just get back to back with Axel. Him swinging his axe. I'm swinging my fancy little feather sword, striking a pose for the the battle picks.
Gotcha. As you hit him with that attack, you can see that he's starting to bleed from his side. His horn on his, like the horn that's grafted onto his arm, that arm is sort of weak and limp at his side, and he barely lifts it up, and he goes, "Not today." And he casts Arcane Gate, and he will teleport away back towards his army.
Oh, that little bitch.
That will be his full turn. He had 17 hit points left,
Oh,
and he said, "I'm
Damn.
getting the fuck out of here." That brings us to you, Axel. What would you like to do?
Is he too far? Is he? How far away did he go? Can we see him?
Yeah, let me just double check. That's a fair question. Arcane Gate. He goes. Let me just make sure. I think it's like really far away, but you can see 1 point. He
Hi.
basically went 500 feet away.
Ooh, I think that's out of my range.
Not that far. I feel
Yeah.
like we can fly if we can pick up the distance.
I guess let's work on this ugly ass motherfucker with the club.
Okay.
I'm gonna reckless, great weapon master him in the face. 28 to hit, and
Yep.
we're gonna do some low ass damage. 14 plus 10, so 24. And then we're reckless, great weapon mastering the second one. 20? Does 20 hit him? 20? 20?
Yes, it does.
20. All right. 1 damage. Oh, here we go. 13 plus 10 as 23. And then I didn't sneak attack the first one. So we'll do it to this one.
Man, those ones are.
Yeah. 14. So
All
that
right.
is 47 plus 14 is 61. 61 total.
Yeah. Quite a bit.
I guess there's really nothing else going on then. Yeah, we'll stay here.
Okay. That brings us to the Ogre Chieftain. He will look around and be like, "No, no, he abandoned us." And he will take the dodge action. Or sorry, not the dodge action, but the disengage action. And then he will move 40 feet away. And he's also fleeing.
Damn.
So he will get to there. That'll be his full turn. Riku, what would you like to do?
He's running.
They running, Riku.
Yes.
They running.
Why are you running?
I'm
See.
with you.
This is not the way.
Yeah, this is another way. Okay.
Warhorse.
I have 35 movement on current status. Hey, you, where are you going? Riku says.
And as you get up to him, you can hear him being like, "No, no, we're all gonna die."
That's right.
Okay. 11 points damage there with the blade. Another 1 point of damage. He is looking very battered. An 18 is also a hit. Riku, how would you like to do this?
The big guy runs. Riku just fucking, very agile compared to this lumbering ogre. Like easily catches up to him, just fucking jumps on his back and just you see with one hand drive it through like behind his head into his back. And then just kind of like do like a backflip and like pull the sword out. He's like doing a backflip off his back.
All right. It's pretty good. And you land sort of like on one knee, blade out to the side, burning through the grass, standing back up. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Turn back, throw sword on shoulder. Look at the guys.
Okay. Vincent, what would you like to do? Oh, sorry, actually. It is the warg's turn. The one undead warg. Is he too far away? Let me just check something. Nope. The undead warg will go at you once more, Vincent. It doesn't have pack tactics or anything, so it's probably going to miss. But it'll take 2 attacks. Oh, it's actually going to hit on that last one. And I need a strength saving throw from you. That is going to be a fail. So you will go prone. But it is your turn.
Do I have my Indomitable
Indomitable?
for my stress?
I don't know. It
No,
looks like
those are long
no.
rest. Okay. All right. Then I'll use my. Would it be an action to try to get up?
Just
It
half your
would
movement.
be half your movement.
Oh. I would stand up,
Okay.
and then I would shoot at disadvantage to end this thing.
Is this at -5 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be a miss.
All right. Do it again.
That's a hit.
I get to reroll that.
How would you like to do this?
No, doesn't matter. Just want to shoot him dead with the arrow.
Okay. And you do so, and again, the
Nothing
green
fancy.
arcane light escapes its eyes as it falls dead to the ground. The battle is over. You could see roughly, 400 to 500 feet away, back towards the goblin army, just on the fringes of the goblin army. Drib Gorehorn is limping towards the goblins, shouting and gesticulating. He's sort of waving all around. And you see the goblins beginning to gather their gear and charge towards the city. What would you guys like to do?
Do we have like a war horn that we can fucking bugle?
Yeah,
Wait,
Uh,
how
Glenn-
far away is
I
Gift?
don't have.
How
I
far away
can't
is Gift
ascending.
from me?
I would say he's about 500 feet.
Oh, I want to take a shot at him.
Can you?
He's at. It says 600.
It's still your turn, so if you want to take a shot at disadvantage, go for it. I didn't realize you had that range.
Oh, it doesn't your sharpshooter get rid of the disadvantage?
So just flat?
Yeah.
Fucking
Go
hit him
for
with
it.
that nuke, Vincent.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Just read the fine print before.
That's
I don't
gonna
know,
be a hit.
Yeah. What's like? It says 150 and then in parentheses 600, right?
Yeah, the 600 is at disadvantage, but if you get rid of it with your feet, yeah,
Right? Is that what it does though?
totally.
Okay.
Long range doesn't impose disadvantage. Yep,
There you go.
Oh, right on. Okay.
that's
So
a hit.
anyway.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
Vincent the sniper.
23.
Do you want to use the nuke? You don't
Is
have
this
to.
guy? I know. Never have to.
I'll say this: it kills him, regardless of whether you use the nuke or not.
The
So,
nuke would be pretty cinematic, though.
No, no, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold on. I just
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
hit the bubble one.
So
With the
you
cinema.
aim your bow up, and you just unleash one arrow. You're kind of like, watch this, and it takes 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. The arrow flies and flies and flies for feels like almost like an eternity. And just as he's reaching the front goblin lines, right into the back of him, and he falls over, just into the mud in front of them, dead on the ground. And you can see all
Nice.
the goblins that were charging towards you sort of pause and like stop, and they kind of look, and they're just like, give me a collective intimidation check.
Yeah, the leaders are dying one by one.
So we're all rolling it. Okay.
Vincent, you get advantage.
Ooh, I crit that intimidation check.
Oh wow.
Can I use that crit to like use thaumaturgy to
Yeah,
scream
my other
out
one was
like
better.
your
Cool.
leaders have fallen?
How? Yeah. What? Let me just double check thaumaturgy. But yes. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, fly up in the air and just yell out my big booming divine
They
voice.
yield to the roosters.
Kneel to the roosters. Your leaders have fallen.
So on an average, it looks like you rolled like a 19 across the lot of you, which is pretty good. I
good.
will say that the army halts, and then as Sir Venom, flies up, and you guys pose, and you see Vincent's arrow land. They will begin to throw down their weapons and move off the road.
Hell yeah!
I would grab what's his name by the scruff. Over here, Glenn, and say, push him, like push him forward, and say, go command that army.
And make a. Do you want to make a persuasion or intimidation check? It's your choice.
No, intimidation. I'm mad at him.
Okay. Go ahead.
These are pissed off turtle mans.
He's sort of like, Vincent, I'll go talk to him, but I don't think I can command them. They're
They just
cared
knelt the knee to us. Go, go rile them up.
You're like pushing him. He's like stumbling past like the weapons on the ground and everything's all right. And he like begins walking towards them slowly, hands up in the air. What do you want me to say to him?
We need someone like a friendly face to tell them to surrender, or worse things are coming for them. By that we mean death. Everything they
Understood.
just saw that happened to their generals will surely happen to them if they don't surrender.
Okay.
And drop their weapons immediately.
Okay. He walks the 500 feet across, 3 football fields roughly, or a little under 3 football fields, across these fields and the road to the encamped army that is beginning to put down their weapons. A lot of the other goblins behind them are severely confused, but then you see a bunch of the goblins lift up Drib Gorhorn's body and begin like passing it behind them, like almost like crowd surfing, but like slowly and carefully, moving a dead body above their heads. And a lot of the goblins behind you can see putting down their weapons as well.
We need to go get that body, Riku says. Tell him the body's back or the deal's off.
I mean, Glenn is like, I don't know, 100 feet away, and you're telling Glenn that?
Yeah, Riku would like run up to him.
Okay. He'll go, okay, I'll try. He continues to the goblins and begins speaking with the ones in the front line. They kind of seem to like nod. and then they look at him confused, and then they shake their heads.
Let's go make them understand, Riku says. And looks to Axel.
What's
They're trying to resurrect one of their generals we just killed.
Are you sure?
They're carrying off his body. I mean, we at least want to attempt to stop that.
You just want to walk up to an army and talk shit?
Yeah, we're taking back their general who we just killed.
Okay.
Or maybe let's at least just make sure they're not resurrecting him.
We'll just
But
walk
we
up.
should, we should all go
Yeah.
together for
Hey,
sure.
what's going
Yeah,
on over there?
Yeah, Riku's gonna say to Glenn, they can't resurrect him, can they?
Glenn goes, I don't think so. I don't think. Honestly, I think that's the first time I've ever seen a goblin do anything like what we just saw today.
Okay, never mind then. I don't care if they eat him. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I think they just
no,
want to
if-
bury their friend.
Yeah, I think Axel's
I
right.
know that's what they are doing, but Riku's gonna misinterpret it.
Riku's a dumbass.
He's trying to act like full himbo right here.
Oh, it's okay, Riku. It's okay. And he continues talking to them, and you see that the goblins are continuing to put down their arms.
Riku's like, sorry, simple misunderstanding.
No, it's okay. Glenn walks back to you and says, they're putting down their arms. They're going to bury their leader. They've asked for safe passage back to the Dasaran Valley. They will leave Yartar alone. Not just now, but for 10 generations. That's what they said.
Do we get that in writing, or
Uh,
is it we just like their
yeah,
word? Like
Riku's gonna say we need that oath in blood, or
So
or not blood, but like some sort of writing, if whatever their tradition is.
my understanding is that 10 generations is the goblin term for infinity.
Oh,
So long as these chieftains pass down the word generation to generation, they'll never attack the Dasaran Valley.
Yeah. Let it be known that Riku and the Roosters spared them on this day, and then tell them to be wary of the armies that were about to decimate them from the air, because we have control of full air superiority here. They could have been.
Hold on. Riku and the Roosters? Nah, we're the Roosters. You're not gonna leading man this.
Glenn's like looking back and forth between you guys.
Fine. The Roosters spared them this day.
Riku and the Roosters. Yeah, we're not some 1950s garage band or whatever.
Glenn sort of points over at Vincent. And he's like, I'm pretty sure he made the shot.
It's
Yeah,
true.
if anything, it's Vincent the Roosters.
Is that what all the feathers are on his cloak?
Sure, we'll go with that.
We call ourselves the Roosters, but we're more Raven themed.
So where are you gonna go now,
Freedom
Glenn?
themed.
Now you got your freedom.
I'm gonna get back on my wyvern and go wherever I want. To be honest, actually,
Tell me where
You
you're
don't-
going, Glenn. Do it.
he kind of looks at you surprised. I was thinking of going back to Waterdeep for a little bit first.
Ah. Oh, I don't know if I told you, Glenn. I own the fuck. What do I own?
The Yawning Portal.
Yawning Portal.
What
So
the hell?
yeah, if you go there, name drop me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't forget about shenanigans. If you're ever in Everwinter.
He'll stay in Waterdeep. He's a
Oh,
Waterdeep
keep
guy.
him okay. Never forget that. Redact. Redact.
I'd wanna go up to Glenn, like put my arm around him and be like, and once you're done in Waterdeep, we should have a talk. I'd be pretty interested in financing, an Aerie for you to raise these wyverns at.
I could do that. I mean, yeah, if there's something y'all have for me, if you're looking for someone for a job of any reason, clearly I'm good at flying creatures.
All right, here's your
Wyverns.
first job. Riku takes out the hole.
Okay. I'm not going down there, am I?
No, hold on a sec. Jumps in the hole, pulls at Irina, throws it on the wyvern's back. He's like, take her to a cleric and bring her back.
Yeah,
No,
no.
Riku.
We're gonna veto that. We're gonna handle Irina ourselves.
Ignore Riku's power gaming, and just
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
But just the idea of him just like not caring and just like dropping her from the sky or something. Like I didn't say specifically how
Yeah,
to do
why
it.
don't you go take her to a fast travel and bring her back to life.
Reload a save where she's back.
Okay.
And Glenn kind of goes, well, yeah, I think my wife and I will probably go to Waterdeep for some period of time. And I don't know, probably find a quiet place. Maybe along one of the trade roads of the Sword Coast, set up a house. Something simple.
Nice. Make sure you don't make friends with any more of them weirdos.
Oh, I mean, they really weren't so bad until that, Drib Gorhorn came through.
Yeah. I need you to think for yourself, okay? Don't get, seduced by some kind of cults, Glenn. I need you to be an independent person, okay?
Sort of rolls his eyes at you. All right.
Yes. All right, good. And we gotta clean up this mess. Riku, where's your brother?
Riku points up. He's like, I don't know, probably up there somewhere.
And don't you have some brotherly call or something? You quack?
Well,
Do you quack?
I thought I could use sending, but I forgot I'm out of that level spell, so I can't do that until I go to bed.
I'd thaumaterize and just yell out like, Hansel, you around?
Yeah.
You do this for a minute or two. Eventually, you do see a griffin flying in your general direction. And I will drop a Hansel with you here. Hello. Oh gosh, that was loud. I'm surprised that carried in the way that that did on the wind. We're here. What can we help with? Oh gosh, look at these bodies. Well,
Yeah.
looks like the parlay didn't go very well. Although, are they putting down their weapons over there? What the hell
I mean,
happened?
Yeah,
It depends which side you
it didn't go well, and then it went well.
it went well enough. Let's say that, Riku says.
Hey.
I think the message has been received and they are surrendering. And apparently for 10 generations we'll leave humans alone. Or these humans at least.
Well, that's better than I expected on some level. And they're putting
Good.
down their weapons. And what else do they want?
So to let your men know that let the goblins pass as long as they have they're unarmed and they've surrendered their weapons.
Understood.
Yeah. Scoop
And
those weapons.
they're
Yep.
just returning home.
As far as we know, yeah.
Yeah, go back to the valley.
Yeah,
Understood.
I think Riku wants you guys to brand all of them.
Yeah.
No.
Riku, the meme lord.
I think we've received enough scars from the last couple days, have we now, fellers?
Yeah. No. Last order of business. We will need you. How many men how many men are in the army that we brought?
Like 2,000.
2,000. We'll need 100 men to stay back and help with the building the city back up.
I think we
Yes.
can do that. It will
Well-
take some time. We need
I was
to.
gonna say, I think the army should at least stay until the goblins are fully gone, and then we leave
Yeah.
100 behind.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It's just the order of operations. We can't just let the goblins sack the city.
Yeah, we'll meet with the townspeople. I assume the people. What is it? Victor and his little weasel friend. I'm assuming they left. Like, there's some kind of bank they left back.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll
Yeah.
have to
Oh
find out.
yeah, good
Oh, yeah.
call, Axel.
I guess we could be the ones to raid the city then, eh, boys?
No, we're not gonna raid. We're gonna make sure that money gets used for
Sure,
reconstruction.
I know.
Not gonna
Repurpose. Sorry.
because once we
My
get
phrasing,
this city,
guys.
once we get this up and running again, then it'll become a trade, because it's a trade situation, and then we profit from that because
Because like sorry, I'm sorry. It's all about phrasing now that we're politicians.
yeah,
I
we're gonna
apologize.
need the person
put
who's
tariffs
running
Repurpose
this
the
on
funding.
place.
I get it. We're gonna repurpose the funding. Let's
Taxes.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go repurpose.
Yeah. So we're not doing this for free, Riku. It's
Understood.
all right. Yep. So that's what we're doing right now.
Well, Hansel, can we leave you and your men in the army to take care of the goblins while we head back to the city? Check in with the the
We're gonna tidy
civilians
up
and
a bit.
everything there. And we're also just so very tired.
Yeah.
from
You might be
killing
muted,
so
Mr.
many
DM.
goblins.
Nope, no, I'm not. I was just waiting for things to play out. So let's see. You guys want to go back into the city, into Yartar? Where should I
Yeah.
bring you to specifically?
The town. So, Riku's going to assemble his people and address them.
The town square again, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Can
I
do
like
that.
Axel idea. We should go to Mr. Victor's house and offices and relieve the offices, the premises of anything valuable or useful.
One thing at a time, man.
We'll see. Yeah. We're definitely gonna shame him for abandoning the city. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, we'll start with that.
I don't know what he was thinking.
He was thinking
Still
he's a
have
little
to-
bitch.
We still have to
Figure out how to
Go
kill
forward
the
to-
big bad.
Yep.
Get rid of this guy.
That's next. Yeah.
I have an idea with that. Joel.
All right.
What would you like to say to the citizens of the town?
Riku takes out his broom so he can once again get an elevated level here and really drive this home, deliver a good speech. And he's going to gesture to the boys and say, "Citizens, the battle is won. It's over. The roosters have salvated Yartar. But this is just the beginning. This may be the end of the war, but this is just the beginning for all of you. There's much work to be done. But we will do our best to assist with that. We are leaving behind a regiment of troops to both keep you safe and to help rebuild. We will also start opening up supply chains so the Yartar can be back on its feet and once again be the jewel of trade as it once was. Secondly, we've dispatched all of the goblins' commanders and have struck a deal with the remaining forces that they will no longer bother humans of Yartar. They've gone back to their home worlds or their homelands.
As you say this, you
If
can
we
see.
hear if we hear any word of goblin violence once again, they will be dealt with. But for now, things should return to normal, or at least some semblance of normality. And you are safe, thanks to the roosters.
As you say all this, you can see people beginning to like grab each other on the shoulders, hug each other. There's an audible sense of relief across the crowd.
The water baron is a coward. I don't know who was here and who was there to witness, but he left his people. And whatever he starts snapping his finger, looking to Vincent, whatever that guy's name is.
over
He
to-
left as well. They left you out to dry, to die,
cowards.
so they could go fill their pockets in some other town, some other realm, one that wasn't being attacked, wasn't being burned. But us, we, the
Should
roosters,
be shunned.
we
from the
brought an
city.
army. We're here to unite the people. We're here to unite the cities. One army, one people, for all. Here, here. Riku holds up a fist.
Hooray!
Yeah, we're all making bird noises.
And the citizens are relieved. You can actually see that some of them are like excited at the idea of the water baron no longer being around.
Mhm.
considering his flight, you wonder as to how well of a leader he was in this town.
Mhm.
But they begin going back to their business and repairing their homes and helping their neighbors and doing what they can. Is there anything
Nice.
you would like to do in particular?
Riku would like to serenade them with the song before he leaves, just to try to
Ooh.
lighten the mood in such a dire circumstance here.
Okay. And what is the flavor of the song? And go ahead and give a performance check.
Yeah,
It's going to
Riku.
start sad, obviously, because of everything around you, but then, pick up tempo and get lively, and the message will be a bright future. Is what he's trying to get across here with his performance.
Gotcha. Pretty good. People sort of stare at you a little oddly at first as you begin to play.
Keep in mind, he's like on his broom, like floating around the crowd, like playing.
It does get better, and folks begin to take to it. You see a few folks talking, and they're actually saying like, "We should have a victory feast." Yeah, a victory feast. That sounds great. Tomorrow, victory feast.
Riku says, "As long as we're not eating goblins."
And a few people sort of laugh at it, sort of like weak, watery chuckles, because a lot of them have been crying. Actually,
Yeah.
you can see that they're like the amount of relief that is sort of washed over the populace of this town as you speak to them. It's immense. The knowledge of victory will come second because the grief has to come first.
Yeah.
And the grief is palpable amongst this crowd. I mean, 50% of homes, the number of deaths that has caused around the town, the fires, they've lost quite a bit. And you can see that they are in dire need of putting their dead to rest and then moving on with life. But the Roosters have saved the day in this regard and earned themselves a well-earned rest, if you guys would like.
In the bun.
I'm going to bring you back to Prestige Sword Coast's headquarters for now.
Yeah, Sir Venom's gonna go straight to Victor's room and sleep in his bed.
What? Like with him?
No,
No.
he
It'll be
ran
empty.
away, so I'm gonna like take over his room.
Oh.
Done.
I'm getting confused with different campaigns.
Oh.
I thought you meant going to Axel's room. Like, why are you sleeping in Axel's bed?
Keep in mind that Victor does sleep in the nude.
Well, I'd
That is
go through
canon.
I'd go through the cupboards, find a clean pair of sheets.
Okay.
He's definitely the sort of the type that would shit the bed, right?
Yeah.
There's just a funk in this room that can't be described.
I take the old sheets off and just like burn them, throw them in the fireplace and burn them.
All right.
Fair enough. All right. So you guys have rested, hit that long rest button. Is there anything else you would like to do here in town?
I'm
Yartar?
gonna loot Victor's quarters. I'm gonna see if he left anything behind.
Make an investigation check, please.
Riku's gonna say before we long rest, though, he's like, "Hey, is there any way we can bring back Irina by the time you wake up?"
No.
Well, never mind. Even after you wake up, basically,
Oh, yeah, I can try.
Okay.
Okay. Long rest and then an investigation check from Sir Venom when he's ready.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We were having issues with
Session inspiration.
Forgot about that. We're having issues bringing people.
19.
All right.
And I'm not gonna do it like quickly. I'm gonna take my time, like look for hidden compartments, like check the floorboards, check all the walls.
Gotcha. Yeah, you find a few different things. You actually do find in one of the books on one of his bookshelves in his office, sort of over in this corner here, you do find a hollowed out book. It does have a pouch of diamonds and sapphires and rubies.
Ooh.
worth probably about 1,000 gold, and there's roughly 400 diamonds or 400 worth of diamonds, and then the rest is between sapphires and rubies, so 300 each. You find a map, and the map is of a street in a town called Esmelteron, and the street is Gambaton Way, and I will write this down for you. It is 216 Gambaton Way, and it's like circled on this street on a map. Make a history check if you would like.
Ick. 12.
Yeah, without getting an atlas out, you're not sure where Esmelteron is, so unclear about that one. But that one's noticeable because it was on his desk in particular. You do find a secret compartment in his desk that you pry open with a dagger, and when you do so, you find it completely empty. Probably had been emptied out earlier. There is also what appears to be a brick here that specifically had been pulled out of the wall, and it, as you look at it, you find like a powdery residue on the back of the brick and the bottom of the brick and where the brick lay. That is not cement, but some sort of like shiny powdery residue. If you'd like, you can make an Arcana check.
16.
You needed a 15. Let me just triple check something, and then I'll give you the details on this. Yep. So you know that glyphs of warding typically require powdered incense and powdered diamond dust, worth at least 200 gold pieces. You suspect that this brick had something to do with his ability to teleport out of here because you don't believe that he was a mage or wizard of any sort. And so you suspect what had occurred was that by pulling the brick, it activated the glyph of warding that then caused him to be able to teleport somewhere.
Okay. So that's how he ran away.
Yeah, that's your belief. But you're not, it's a little difficult to tell, but you believe that there was a glyph of warding on that brick. You know that can be used for that sort of thing.
Ugh.
So you can store a teleport spell, basically.
Yeah, glyph of warding. If you guys have not read that spell, I would highly recommend you do so.
So I
You
think
can do
that's one that I can get.
some of the most creative stuff, I would say, in D&D typically comes about with like glyphs of warding.
Oh, it's only 3rd level too.
Teleport is not there.
Ooh, we might have
So
to play around with that some.
the most important thing with glyph of warding is that if you want it to be used with a higher level spell, you also have to cast glyph of warding at that same level. So for like a teleport or teleportation circle, you'd have to be 5th or 7th level with it as well.
I would like me and Riku. Would I be able to like combine it with him?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
Like if since I only have one 7th level slot, like if say I cast Glyph of Warding at 7th level, could Riku put one of his 7th level spells into it?
There has to be your spell you're putting in.
Living screen on surface. You can store a prepared spell. I don't know.
I feel like that would be probably wouldn't come up very often, but in the circumstance that we did want, like, say, imagine like putting like force cage into a trap of some type.
Right.
Pokeball.
That's funny.
We could literally do that.
I don't know. I have to look that up. See, I would say do some research on glyph of warding. Do some like Googling on it.
I do
and see
like
what you
that
come
though.
up with.
There is some funky stuff within there. Because like I have magical secrets, and glyph of warding was one that I was looking at one point, I think, or like a similar spell where I can infuse spells for later. Oh, I think the one I was looking at was like a wizard spell.
I think it is a wizard spell because I'm like the wizard cleric
Oh,
subclass. But that'd be cool if we could put some of like your teleportation spells into it. Or make a Pokeball. I like the Pokeball idea.
Should we try to will we be able to get Irina back?
Oh yeah, I guess if we like finish looting the place, if there's any other like rooms of note, we'd look through that. And then once we're done looting, gather everyone. Let's do it in the courtyard, out by the tree.
in case this is her final spot.
Let me grab her body.
She probably is.
Maybe she'll evolve again.
Well, the thing is, they were blocking. Like no resurrections were happening lately.
Yeah, but that's not Irina. Remember, she went from like being regular Meisterburger daughter to like, you know, super Irina, who was like,
She went Super Saiyan.
yeah, she's like, yeah, I can help. So maybe she'll like her third evolution will be like boss lady Irina.
All right. Irina's dead body
You want to fight her?
is rolled out of the rug. There's a really ugly rug that I'm going to put down behind her. And as you roll her out on this hideous-looking rug, you can see her dead body lying there peacefully. Sir Venom, go ahead and
Yeah.
cast the spell.
Yeah, I'd light some candles, then I'd kneel beside her, crack my fingers. And be like, this spell is pretty intense. It takes me about an hour to cast, so I guess get comfy. And then I would cast. Actually, do I need this 7th level one?
I don't know,
Isn't
actually.
there?
Is it Raise Dead?
Because the Raised Dead is 5th level.
I think it's Raise Dead that you might be thinking of. It's up to 10 days.
I think you can. There's like a 5th level one and a 7th level one, right? Or is that...
Yeah, there's a 3rd level Revivify, which is like I gotta touch them like right when they die.
Yeah.
Like within a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, then the 5th level.
She's
is
got
10
all her.
days,
She's got all her
and the
parts,
7th
right?
It does.
Yeah. So I think the 5th level one should be fine.
Yeah,
She's
as long.
burned, but she is alive, or she is dead in a holistic sense.
But she's like intact.
Yes.
Like she didn't like lose an arm in the fire or anything.
Right.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I only need the 5th level version. Sweet. So yeah, I would cast Raise Dead on her.
Okay. Burn that 500 gold worth of a diamond, please. Burn the spell slot. And as you reach out into the void to bring someone back to life, as you've done a few different times, you grasp at nothing. It's weird. It's as if you're moving your proverbial arm through mud, trying to feel for her soul. And the place where it should be, just beyond the veil between life and death, the place the Raven Queen taught you of, the place where you've snatched people from before, is empty. And as you sort of submerge your head into that, I don't know, that space between the arcane and the divine, the primeval and the occult, the place where magic happens in its most basic nature, past the material plane, somewhere through the Shadowfell and beyond, you sort of begin to see the dim lights of souls shining through this viscous liquid. And you see all of Irina's souls, the many lives she's lived, the many times she's been there. But then you look around and you realize that as you tried to pull her back from this space, and as you put your head into this space, in your mind's eye, in the magic itself, this is some sort of other plane of existence. This is not just the afterlife, the place where the souls go, the Raven Queen's fountain. This is something very different. This looks and feels more like a place you could visit, and not something that simply is a container for the vessels of those not living anymore. Looking around, you see a barren wasteland. Nothing but rocks and a dire, deep, heated wind blowing across it. It's dark, there is no sun, but there is enough light to see. And you can tell because there is a dull moon shining behind the only sort of outcropping. A mile, 10 miles? You're unclear how far away. In the visage of a skull. Behind this skull is the light of this moon, but you can just see the eyes burning brightly with the light of the moon behind it, the jaw slack and open, sitting enormously upon this blasted wasteland. The dim lights of those dead hanging in the sky all about, the wind blowing them hither and thither. You reach with your arm, trying to snatch any of them, and they slip through your fingertips. And as you do so, a different light burns from the inside of the eyes of the skull. Green. The same green fire that was used to bring the wargs back to life. I see you, Sir Venom. As you are shunted out and back from this space onto the floor.
As I'm being shunted out, can I try to like reach to the ground and grab like a rock or anything material to bring back with me?
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
You are unable to do so. It was too quick and too powerful, almost like somebody took you by your shoulders and shoved you back through. As you land prone on the ground, the lot of you had only seen Sir Venom place his hands on Irina's body and do what you expected him to do, cast the spell. You saw the diamond dust and the incense swirl and burn together, and he was able to reach onto her head and touch her, and you expected breath and healing to imbibe her. Instead, you simply see him shunted backwards across this ugly rug onto the floor and the ground outside of Prestige Sword Coast's failed headquarters. And she does not move.
I like stand up and shake my head. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Riku, takes out her sword from her sheath and then like lays it across her chest and like puts her hands holding it. She was a fighter, he says.
Hey, well, we're not gonna give up on her quite yet. We've been through shit with Irina.
Yeah.
We'll get her soul back somehow.
Sir Venom, I assume you cast exposition and let them know everything you saw.
Yes. I like
Okay.
a minor illusion up a version like the skull with like
When
the glowing, creepy green eyes.
does the skull look anything like the skull that Axel saw when he was dead?
When Sir Venom describes it, it's almost like an enlarged version of that. Yeah, like a very enlarged
Ooh,
version of that.
I've seen that skull before. I think I know. I don't know for sure, but when I allegedly died, I was in a place. I think it was like a. I saw, so I don't know if we've been through a bit here, so let me go back a little bit. So I was talking to the guy, that assassin guy, Artemis. Remember him? I was telling you about him. He's in my head.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's
Uh,
kind of a dick.
yeah. So we were talking. He was a dick. I was a dick to him. We 1v1'd, but we were in this like underground temple place, and there was a skull there that looked like that. And according to him, we were in an underground temple in Darkon. So, I mean,
Oh,
it's speculation here, but maybe Darkon is where you went to and you did that thing. I don't know.
did he say like what god the temple was
We
to?
didn't really. The conversation really. I don't think the conversation got that far. It was mostly like, "Hey, you want to be friends?" And he's like, "No." And then it's like, "All right, fight." And I was like, "All right, let's fight then." And he's like, "Okay," and we fought. And that was.
Didn't Merkul get name dropped during that whole sequence?
Hmm. I might.
Saying this like out of character.
Oh yeah,
I would have to go back and double check, to be honest, but there's a
yeah,
possibility.
yeah. I'll check it. But
Yeah. I feel like I remember
yeah.
that because I heard that and I was like, "Ooh, Baldur's Gate."
Okay. I don't think I got that far in the but yeah, that so maybe the two are connected, but it is so this is the second time we use that spell and it hasn't worked. So someone's blocking. Someone's
Yeah,
blocking.
it seems like someone's like collecting the souls of the dead before they can get to where they're supposed to go
Hmm.
and take them to
Crazy.
this other demon realm.
And when I was in that place, I remember the token because there was a guy like on top of the skull or something, right? And that the token kind of looked like that foot rode in guy. I don't know if that was
Y-
supposed to be that way, but
Yeah, make a history check actually.
yeah,
Axel, this is perfect time for a history check.
history 4. Okay, so
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, it's really hard for you to remember just because everything was so quick, and frankly, you were submerged into that pool of blood by Artemis and Triri, I believe, right? Like he was holding you down to that pool of
yeah,
blood,
yeah.
so it was hard for you to see.
So a little
Could have
fuzzy,
been.
but I think that's a lead. But then we definitely gotta get rid of this book. What do you think about the book? Should we? I feel like we should consult with the guy, our dragon friend. Oh wait, who's around?
I mean, I still say we get rid of it. We take it to the Raven Queen, we give it to her. Like she's got a safe place to put it.
But that doesn't kill the guy. Like he'll
Yeah.
still.
You're putting a band-aid on a bullet hole here, but we need to get rid of this book.
And then we know
We
I
need
mean,
to do it soon.
if anyone knows how to get rid of it, I feel like it would be a god. Especially one where
She
like
was born from its power. Why would she want to get rid of it?
so that like no other evil god so an evil god can't use it to be born from it? Like she's already born. She doesn't need it again.
Can I get everyone to please make a religion check?
okay. Okay, tell me everything.
And can I get one from Vincent as well? This conversation actually elicits a question in your minds, an unasked question that maybe you've not yet really grappled with entirely. Is the Raven Queen good or bad? Is she?
Not a question.
You don't know.
I've been asking. I've literally had. Okay.
We've dodged this question for a long time.
Yeah. Like I never
Rico
wanted to talk
frankly
about
doesn't
this.
know. Rico frankly doesn't know.
I mean, yeah. I never wanted to bring it up for discussion because I know that's like Sir Venom's whole identity is the Raven Queen. But I've been thinking like in between sessions, I've been like, I don't know about this Raven Queen. Like she's
She helps us a lot,
so
but
sketchy.
she does some pretty sketchy stuff.
Yeah.
The way she derives her power, questionable.
Yeah.
Well, she is like a goddess of death. She can't be perfect.
I get it. No one's perfect, but there's levels to this shit.
Yep.